All right, let's take a look at confidence intervals and test statistics. I went into calculate there. Let's do confidence intervals. Again, this is all in the stat menu, so let's go into confidence interval. Is it a T or is it a Z? Let's start with a Z. One sample, two sample, or one sample, two sample proportion. So we're looking at either means or proportions. Let's go with proportions. Let's go with a two prop Z test, or Z interval. Confidence level 95%. X1 is 5, N1 is, I don't know, 12. X2 is 3, N2 is 23. Save that, no. Execute. Let's just press execute to go ahead and do it. Upper, lower, P hat 1, P hat 2, N1, N2. So there's your upper and lower ends of your interval. Here's where your P's are. Alright, so let's exit out a couple times. Let's try another interval. Let's do a T interval this time. Two sample T test. 95% confidence. X bar 1, let's go with 2.5. Just making up some numbers here. Standard deviation 1.3. N1 12. X2, oh, I just hit enter. So X2 is 0. Standard deviation for the second one, I think, is 1. And 23 from earlier. So again, here's your interval. The lower end of your interval, your upper end of your interval, degrees of freedom. Alright, so those are pretty straightforward. Tests work the same way. So let's do a test. We'll do a t-test. A two-sample t-test using the same information as earlier. And we're going to go with that they are not equal. For my null hypothesis, go down, down, down. Pooled on or off. We'll leave pooled off for now. And then I've got the option to draw. So do I want to look at the T or do I want to look at the P? Let's look at the p-value. There's your p-value, small p-value. Rejecting null hypothesis. Let's draw that again. Well, let's look at the T this time. There's the value of the T. So your T statistic is way out here, -5, -5. So it's way out. Exit. We'll exit again. Let's take a look at another test. Chi-square test, for example. Do a goodness of fit. Observed list, list 1, expected list 2. I'll just use my same data as earlier. So degrees of freedom, we're going to go with, let's see, I had 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So it's 5, so there's going to be 4 degrees of freedom there. The CNTBR, that's how much does each one contribute to the value of the chi-square. It took me a little while to figure out what that was, but that's contributing to your total. And that's going to be in list 3. We'll leave that as none. We'll draw that. There it is. Let's take a look at the value of the chi is at 11. Let's draw that again. Let's take a look at the p-value. And there's the little shaded in blue there. You can actually change the colors. It's kind of neat to do that. Let's let me show you how to change the color. We'll change the color to something else. Let's go with magenta. Just because you can. And then we'll draw it. There's your nice magenta color. Again, p-value or t. Let's evaluate your chi-square there. Exit. Let's do a linear regression test. We just did that one today in class. Z. Oh, let me exit out of there. That's a T for regression. Using list 1 and list 2, we'll assume there's no relationship between the two, even though we've seen a relationship earlier. We'll go ahead and calculate that. There's all your information, your value of your t, your p-value, your degrees of freedom. You lose 2, 1 in each direction, 1 for x, 1 for y. You lose 1 in each. Slope for regression, intercept for regression, standard error r squared. You can copy this into list 1 or y1. So there you have it. Again, it's all menu based, really nice. Calculate, if you want to calculate just a regression, you can do that 1 variable, 2 variables. You can set up how that looks. How does 1 variable look? How does 2 variable looks? You can change that and customize it any way you want. So you can calculate a regression without looking at the graph. Not advisable, but it is possible. So let's see what else we have not covered here. Tools. You can sort ascending, sort descending, look at the top, go to the bottom. You can insert. What's really nice, if you have really large data sets that you've got in Excel, you can save them as CSV files and import CSV files. I've done that. That's a real nice time saver. So that's your stats menu, all in a nutshell. I would do everything from the stats menu if I had a choice. So it's easier to do it. It's all templates. It's a great place to go. Keep those questions coming because this was a request, and I absolutely take requests because I love doing this stuff. So enjoy your Prizm. Take care. Good night.